All right. On today's video, we're going to bleed a clutch on a Bert transmission. Sometimes these can be tricky. There's different ways you can go about it. I've done them like 3 different ways now. One of the ways being opening the bleeder. Once you got fluid down to it, opening the bleeder and allowing it to drip for 30-40 minutes. You can do that. Sometimes that works, but it worked for years for me, and I've gotten into a situation now where I had to go a different route, and I talked to a buddy of mine to figure this out, and I figured I'd share it with everyone that has trouble with this, because I get asked this all the time, how to bleed these things, and I want to tell someone the right way to do it. That way they don't have to get in and out of the car and up and down and just fight it for hours and hours. So this is just one way you can bleed your Bert transmission clutch. Pretty simple, pretty easily, and here, and just a minute, I'll show you everything you're going to need for that. Now I'm using the Prestone brake fluid here. This is just a extra bottle I had laying around. I'm going to use this bottle. I'm going to pour Prestone in this bottle here, and to keep the reservoir, of course, full. But you'll need just a rubber hose to slide over your bleeder, to go from the bleeder into one of these bottles here. You'll need a 8mm, of course, for the hose clamp to clamp it to the bleeder, and you'll need a 1/4-inch wrench to break the bleeder loose, and then you'll need to, of course, get in the car and pump the clutch pedal until you just pump it 4 or 5 times. You don't want to run it all the way out, because then you get air back in the system, but pump it 4 or 5 times to get out there and check your reservoir, put a little more in it. Do that 2 or 3 times, and normally your clutch will be bled pretty well then. All right, of course, first you want to make sure your reservoir is full of fluid, which I've already filled mine, so it's already full, but definitely make sure it's full. You do not want to run that out, like I said before, because then you'll just have air all back in the system. So make sure it's full to start with, and now we're going to go down here and break the line loose and hook this up. All right, we had to go a different route. My hose clamp broke, so I had to use a zip tie, which is fine. Just want to make sure you get it good and tight on there. You don't want no leaks. But as you can see, mine is hooked up there. And the fluid already, the excess fluid is already kind of running down the hose there. And just want to make sure down in the bottle there, you want to make sure the hose is submerged in the brake fluid down there. That way, whenever you lock the pedal, or at any point in time, you ain't letting it get air back in the line there. So now we're going to go up here and pump it a few different times. Key point here. Look at those air bubbles right there. Still have a little air in the system. I'm gonna allow it to do this. And all right, we just refilled the reservoir. It was about halfway, so we're gonna go ahead and do a few more pumps here. I can already feel the pedal stiffer, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go down and close the bleeder off, put fluid back in the reservoir, and see if we got a stiffer pedal now. All right, so after we got all our stuff buttoned back up on our clutch assembly and bleeders, we ended up with the clutch fully pressed, no pumping the clutch or nothing like that, just pressing it down one time and holding it there. We're about 1 inch from the firewall. Before this process, I was having an issue with having to pump my clutch twice to get my car to move. Once I pumped it twice, it would be fine and it would hold its pressure, but I had to pump twice to get the pedal or get the car to start moving. Pressing it down one time now, I'm allowed 1 inch from my pedal to the firewall. So that's more than enough to get these cars moving. You're not supposed to be getting down on them hard anyways while in low range. But this right here most definitely will make a difference. And obviously just shows that the clutch is bled correctly now versus the way it was before. I just don't think I bled the clutch all the way I should have to initially start with. But since then, I've had transmission issues, high range to be exact, and I'll focus more on that in another video about high range and these transmissions having an issue with them. But so I had the transmission out for that reason, and that being said, that's why I had to re-bleed the clutch, and I wanted to make for sure I'd done it the right way this time. Take a little more time with it to try to get it right. So anyways, I appreciate everybody watching the video, and I hope you like and subscribe and come back for more videos. Just be sure to comment or share, and let me know what y'all would like to see next on the next video for tech topics or whatever when it comes to the dirt late models in general. So thanks for watching.